Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we close out this show on this October the 14th. I got to get out to a charity golf tournament I'm going to be participating in today. And
all right.
Ron's got busy things he's going to do, and so but we're going to close it out with another fishing guest. Surprise, surprise, as Gomer Pyle would always say, that Ron Wong has a fishing guest, and I'm waiting to hear about this guy because I know he's got some interesting stories to tell, not only about what he does, but where he's going and things along that line. So, Ron, why don't you introduce this next guest?
Hey, thank you, Larry, and good morning, everybody. Hey, our next guest is a professional bass fisherman. He's fished the National Professional Fishing League. He was the co-founder or co-owner of Militech Batteries. He is now the USA Bass Team Captain.
Wow.
And that's my friend Mark Schlarb. Mark, how are you this morning?
I'm doing great, Ron. How are you?
I'm doing great. And, Saturday morning you're getting ready to get on a plane and go across the big pond.
The big pond.
To Portugal.
Portugal. He has to cross the big pond.
For the upcoming World Championship bass fishing.
Yeah.
That's right, Ron. We've got to go to Portugal in Sabor Lake in Portugal to defend our gold medal that we won last year at Columbia, Lake Murray.
Yes. Yeah.
So, there was we had 25 countries down there, and now we've got to go to Portugal and defend our gold medal.
Hey, Mark, people talk about the gold medal because one of the things that you guys try to do, along with Tony Forte and John Knight, is and working with all these countries, is to try to make bass fishing a team sport in the Olympics, right?
Right. Well, that's our goal. Is right now. I mean, what we're doing is this is the Olympics of bass fishing.
Right.
Yeah.
We've got we're only allowed 3 teams from each country, and right now I think they have 15 countries represented in Portugal.
Okay.
Canada, Mexico, us, Spain, Italy.
Putting you to the test now. You need your map. No, but we got 15 countries. Let's just say that because you're getting ready to cross the pond.
But, I'm telling you. Yeah, and I'm packing a whole bunch of stuff to take to give to our guys. I've got to meet Jacob Wheeler, Dustin Connell, Scott Martin,
all right,
Scott Canterbury, Fred Robanus, and David Fritz.
These have all been. We've had every one of those on the show
before.
But I don't know how do you prepare for this, Mark? I know he's going to ask you a technical question here in a minute, but how do you pack for it and prepare for it? I mean,
it's not something you do overnight. I'll tell you that.
No.
There's we're a nonprofit organization. If you go to our go to our website, usabass.org.
Yes, okay.
Then, if you look in there, I mean, we're a nonprofit, so we rely on donations and sponsors. Yeah. So when we're not going to these trips to, to compete, I'm out beating the bushes trying to find the sponsors and, to help fund what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Because it all costs money, to go and
big
do
money.
anything.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So now, from a logistics standpoint, especially for the USA team, they're going to have to use borrowed boats, which means, they're all going to be set up differently and everything else. How do our guys, and you've seen it in action before, how do they deal with that?
Well, what we did was, the organizer over there says, if we pay them so much, then they'll supply our boats.
Yeah,
right.
But we don't know what we're getting.
You don't know what you're getting until you get there, right? I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
So we contracted. We had, when we had the world champions over here last year, we made some friends. from Portugal and Germany and whatever.
Right.
And so when we got ready to go, we did some finagling and some talking and horse trading and stuff, and we were able to secure 3 decent boats.
Decent. Okay.
That we can, one of them's phenomenal.
One of them's phenomenal. Okay, one of them. The other 2 are what?
Well, no, the other 2 are okay. I mean, they all have the Garmin, live scope on them and everything, but the size of the boats.
The size of the boats.
So
yeah.
We have one boat that's a 21 foot with a 300 Merc on it.
Yeah.
That's our probably the best boat we have over there.
Okay, so you know what
That's
you
not
got.
bad.
You just hadn't seen it yet. Do you know?
Right.
Do you know the lake? I mean, how do you prepare for something like this?
Well, Dustin Connell and Jacob Wheeler and Scott Martin have they left early.
Oh, so they're already over there then?
Yes, they're already over there, and they're already catching fish.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So, we can pre-practice. The lake isn't off limits until Sunday, October the 5th, tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow.
So,
yeah.
So anyways, and then official practice starts on Monday.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Well, all the best. Look
Yes.
forward to watching results, and that can be done on social media, right?
Yes, there's on our Facebook, USA Bass.
Okay.
We'll be able to
on
keep up
Facebook.
with them. We'll be able to keep up with everything. And
Oh, yes, because we're going to be 5 hours ahead of you.
Right.
So by the time it happens and we post it,
yeah.
you're just going to be waking up to it.
Yeah.
So where do you fly into Lisbon? Is that where you end up? Is that where you?
No, I'm going to fly into Porto.
Porto. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that's in
I have
Portugal.
no idea where that's.
I know where Lisbon is. I don't know where Porto is.
Well, Lisbon was like a 3 hour and 40-minute drive.
Yeah.
To where Sabor Lake is.
Okay, so
where Porto was only an hour and 45 minutes. So
yeah.
Okay, well, I guess you're going by helicopter? I mean, I don't, this logistics.
No, I've got it. Fred Robanus, Scott Canterbury, and David Fritz.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And are all going to meet. We're all coming into Porto together.
Okay.
And so I rented a big van so then we can get all our gear and everything.
Man,
and
what an event!
That's cool.
We need to talk to Mark later on too.
After it's over with,
after
we're
it's
going to have
over,
you
make
back
sure
on.
he comes back, just to let everybody know he's still not over there.
We'll have Mark back on for that.
Yeah.
And Mark, and also you've got a real job. Besides doing this, working for a nonprofit here. Talk a little bit. Tell our listeners a little bit about Mark.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I try to fish as much as I can, but I have
you got a beautiful
an installation
boat.
company.
Yes, you do.
I have an installation company that I do the spray foam installation. It's what I've done my entire life.
Right.
My dad started the business when I was 12 years old, and
all right.
So I have expanded and grown it since then. Now my son's been doing it for the last 12 years or so.
Great.
And so it frees me up to where I can go fish more.
Well, you deserve that, man. I mean,
and you also represent Miller Tech Batteries.
Yeah, you're still with Miller.
Yeah, I'm part of the Miller Tech family. I always will be. I really believe in that product. When I find a product that I believe in, I stick with it. I don't care if I pay full price or not.
Right.
The Miller Tech brand has got probably the best warranty that's out there on the market.
Okay.
And they have the less issues of any battery that I know of.
Well, that's an important part of any kind of, as Ron knows that, because he lugged a few of those around in your lifetime. But to be able to have a real job, and I'm glad to hear the family is involved in this. But at the same time, thanks for what you do for USA Bass. I know that you've been so involved in this, and this is it's not easy to do to have a business and head to Portugal.
Right.
And to do these different kind of things, but
you got a pretty good team put together in Portugal there.
Yeah.
Tell our listeners real quick who's on the USA team.
Yeah, give us that team, man.
The USA team?
Yes, yeah.
That's going to Portugal is Jacob Wheeler.
Okay, that's a good one.
Scott Martin.
Yeah.
Dustin Connell.
Okay.
Scott Canterbury.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
David Fritz.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Robanus.
That's a pretty good American trip.
Stout.
That's a good one. Well, we want to wish you, Mark, success, buddy. Safe travels for sure over there and back. Bring back the gold, okay?
That's right. And also tell David Fritz to make you some of his famous oatmeal cookies.
Ron's thinking of food.
You know about that.
All the time. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. Thank you, buddy. Have a great weekend and be careful. We'll talk to you.
And we'll see you down the road and talk to you down the road.
All right. All right. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Yeah, great. Go USA. Appreciate you.
Pretty
we got
exciting.
2 minutes. The trumpet's coming back out. I want to hear one more. She brought it here. Her birthday is today.
Yes.
She's playing the birthday trumpet, and that is a Bach. What is that again? A Bach Schlarb.
Yeah, that's one of the really.
Oh, I love it. You know, I played trumpet.
Good
13 years, but neither way, Shelby. How about giving us what are you gonna play us? Play us something now. You know what I want to hear. You know. Do it. The House.
No.
Da 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 da. That's it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow,
Happy
so
birthday,
good,
Shelby.
So good. Happy
Happy
birthday,
forgot it.
Shelby.
She just wanted to start over to do that.
No, that was so good.
For a
So
second,
good.
but she's getting, she's aging quickly here in our show. That's what
No,
part
she's
of it.
not.
Hey, next week, Frank Barton will be in. We're going to have some surprise guests. We're going to talk a little bit about scholastic clay target shooting on next week's show and some other things. Ron, you have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Hope everything goes all right for you and all you folks out there in Brownsville and Jackson and Memphis and all the areas. Have a safe weekend. Stay cool, and we'll be back next week. And don't forget, it doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport. And God bless the USA.